carnivore combined with not drinking was really the answer to reducing my inflammation, completely taking away anxiety from my life, feeling the best I ever felt. My sleep is absolutely incredible. My digestion is the very best. And every day we wake up with the purpose of getting things done. You cannot just dream about it. You have to show up and do the work. So let's work. Welcome to A Body by Bone. What is going on YouTube? My name is Thomas. I'm a fitness professional and I have been in the industry in the last 12 years. I'm a personal trainer, training my clients in person and online. And I have to say that I have did some major changes when it comes to my nutrition in the last 2 months, and I decided to go on the carnivore diet. I've been eating carbs pretty much all my life, and I've been in a good shape majority of my lifting career, but I have to say that when I was eating carbs, I had a lot of inflammation. Lately, I was dealing with quite a lot of anxiety, and just the overall cravings and the hunger was absolutely through the roof. And I was just digging when it comes to the carnivore, the benefits of it, and I decided to give it a try. And I have to say it completely blown my mind what has changed within the first 2 months on the diet. So in this video, I'm gonna keep it super short, not very lot of editing, and I'm just gonna go right into the point. What are the pros and what are the cons on the carnivore diet when it comes to the first 2 months? So let's just get right into it. I came across a bunch of videos, about the carnivore diet and the benefits of it. And I started to read some books about it. I was listening to podcasts, a lot of YouTube videos. So I did my research about carnivore and how it actually benefit me as a person. Like I said, I'm a fitness trainer. I have also a nutrition degree. So I like to keep my information open, and I like to try something new which I haven't tried and to really see how my body would respond to that. So I decided to go completely on a carnivore diet, and I just went cold turkey. In the morning I'm still doing eggs, bacon and cheese. When it comes to making my first meal of the day, I don't really care what time I eat. I just eat when I'm hungry. Funny thing is, what I really noticed when I was eating carbs, even when I woke up and I had my coffee, I had my electrolytes and stuff like that, I was always immediately hungry right off the gate when I woke up. And I really didn't want to eat first thing in the morning because I really wanted to save some calories for later in the day. So even when I started my day, the majority of my thoughts were occupied by food. When it comes to this carnivore breakfast, like I said, which right now I'm doing eggs, bacon and cheese, I end up eating around between 10 or 11 a.m. When I eat it, I usually do those strips of bacon, the thick cut, then I do 6 eggs, and I just do handful or 2 of a shredded cheddar. I eat it. But the funny thing is, in that meal itself, there has to be around 700 to 800 calories. Even though my stomach feels full, I don't feel bloated. And I can literally go 4 to 5 hours without eating till the next meal comes around. My second meal usually is just super simple. I just buy 5-6 pounds of a ground beef at a time. I just make it in the pot, and then usually I have literally bowl of a ground beef for lunch. I don't really know how many ounces because right now I'm not trying to count the calories. I'm not really measuring my food, but from my guesstimate, I would say between 8 to 12 ounces of a ground beef. Depends how hungry I am. So usually, my first meal is around 10 or 11 a.m. The second meal is usually between 2 to 3 p.m. And then I have some snacks around 5:30. These days, I really keep it simple. I just have 3 or 4 mozzarella sticks. I just snack on that, and that really takes me through the evening or the afternoon till the dinner comes around. When it comes to dinner, I really keep it simple. I either do again the same what I was doing for lunch, the bowl of a ground beef, or I just cook up some steak or salmon. I use only salt, I use only butter. I don't really use any dressing. I completely cut out my carbs altogether. So when it comes to my ratio in the nutrients I'm eating 70% of my calories are coming from the fat and only 30% are coming from the protein. And I really have to say that the changes I've noticed only after 4 or 5 days on carnivore were absolutely mind-blowing. My inflammation went away. It's gone. It's absolutely gone. I couldn't really believe like how fast that happened. The second thing what I really notice is the bloating. I'm always feeling flat. My stomach always feels flat. My body doesn't really retain any water, and just I feel light in my body. That's really one of the biggest advantages or pros on this carnivore diet, that no matter how big my meal is, I never feel bloated, and even after I'm done with my eating, after 20 to 30 minutes, I can go work out right away because I just don't feel any discomfort. The third thing what I really noticed, what really improved, was that anxiety was gone. My anxiety went away altogether, and that was absolutely the number one reason why I wanted to do the carnivore in the first place. That's just something where I was struggling 4 to 5 times per week, and when that morning anxiety hit me, it took me at least till noon or at least 2 to 3 p.m. till I just started to feel like I'm not anxious anymore. And it was really taking a lot of energy from me. The people around me could really feel that I was anxious, so it was not really fun for other people to be around me because I just was not excited for life. And just by really shifting my nutrition, by taking the carbs completely out of the nutrition and eating only animal protein, which is highly focused on the fat and the protein, I really have to say that this is life-changing. When it comes to my body and the weight, what has changed? So I am 6'3", and I'm roughly around like between 215 to 220 pounds. My goal was not, or my goal is not necessarily to be losing the weight. I just want to really stay the same. The one thing what I've noticed is my body composition is absolutely changing. My muscle is getting so much fuller, so much stronger. I have a lot of energy for workouts. Sometimes even when I work out in the morning where I don't really eat a breakfast and I would go fasted, I'm still able to push through my workouts, where in comparison, when I was eating carbs, it was almost impossible for me to do the workout fasted because I always felt gassed. So this is another very good sort of the indicator how my body is responding. And now, I'm not saying that you should go on the carnivore diet. Obviously, we are all different. We have a different metabolism, different body, different lifestyle. So you really have to figure out what would work for you. I have to say that when it comes to the carnivore, it's very good approach for me. And when it comes to also eating out, being social, another day I went to a brunch and they were having the burgers. So what I did was I just asked for 2 patties, where I asked them to not cook those patties in the seed oils, just because the beef itself has a lot of fat. So they pretty much cook those patties within a beef fat. Then they put over there double cheddar cheese, and on top of it, 2 servings of bacon. So literally, burger patty, cheese, burger patty, cheese, double bacon. That was my brunch, and no seed oils because they used obviously the oil from the beef, and I felt absolutely fantastic. So also, when it comes to carnivore, you really can also eat out. It's just all about planning where you're gonna go and really knowing your order, what would you order, and how you should go around your order. Obviously, another major change what I've done, and obviously is really benefiting my carnivore lifestyle, is that I decided since January 1st, 2025, to completely cut out liquor from my life. And I have to say, I've been without drinks in the last 3 weeks, and that's also another benefit which makes me feel amazing. So the carnivore combined with not drinking was really the answer to reducing my inflammation, completely taking away anxiety from my life, feeling the best I ever felt. My sleep is absolutely incredible. My digestion is the very best, and my body, the way how it looks, is also, when I would show you before and after, you would see the difference. I will do that as well, but it's obviously not for this video. I just wanted to talk about a carnivore diet, what it does for me, and if you're gonna have any question, you can leave in the comment down below, and I will gladly answer. When it comes to this channel, I am starting again with these videos. I was a little bit playing with the YouTube in the past. but the problem was with the editing. When it comes to me, I'm not really tech savvy, and when it comes to these editing programs, it's just a little bit difficult. So I'm just gonna keep it very simple. I'm gonna deliver the information about the carnivore. We're gonna do together what I usually buy when it comes to the grocery haul. I'm gonna show you pretty much my full day of eating. I'm gonna show you how I work out on the carnivore. I'm gonna show you what sort of the protocol I have when I feel a little bit tired, because there are some times, especially at the beginning when you're starting a carnivore, where might feel like not as beneficial as you would think. And the first thing what I would say is that within the first 3 or 4 days when I decided to go on carnivore, I had a lot of digestion problems. I had a lot of diarrhea, and that was a sign that my body was really inflamed, because obviously we know that the carbohydrates hold on to water. And when I completely remove carbs out of my nutrition, then obviously in my digestion system there was no carbs, which would be really keeping the water in my system. So then my body just literally released all that inflammation and bloating. And in the first 3 days I lost around like a 5-6 pounds, and that's where I really realized, like, oh wow, something is really changing and something is really working. Another thing what I realized, that after those first initial 3 or 4 days when I had a little bit of some sort of the diarrhea, I would say, then it switched to a constipation. And what I realized, that when you have a constipation on a carnivore diet, the reason for that is just you are eating simply too much fat. The more fat you're gonna be eating, the more constipated you're gonna be. So don't really try to jump into carnivore right away without doing some sort of the research. I did a little bit of the work prior. I jumped into the carnivore, and when I noticed that my constipation was just getting worse and worse, I knew what to do. Slightly increase protein and slightly decrease the fat. And within the 2-3 days, my digestion improved, and now it's absolutely perfect and steady. So that's another really good thing to know, that when it comes to diarrhea and constipation on a carnivore, especially in that first transition phase, you might be having a little struggle, but I have to say it's such a small disadvantage when it comes to the bucket of advantages and feelings you will receive being on a carnivore. So, like I said, this video, I just wanted to say that when it comes to a carnivore diet, majority of my meals are eggs, bacon, ground beef, cheese. I eat some fried pork skin. I eat the smoked salmon. I eat mozzarella sticks. I eat a kefir. So literally in my fridge, I have maybe 8 to 10 food items, and I just keep rotating them. And that's also what was another benefit about a carnivore diet, which I was not even thinking about, is that I'm spending so much less money on the food. When I was eating carbs, I was always buying a lot of those keto breads. I was buying a lot of those English muffins, rice cakes, a lot of the fancy high protein chips, high protein cookies, protein bars, and all these little items really add up. And at the end of the week, my groceries were at least $300-400. Now on the carnivore diet, when I'm really just going straight to the basics, what I really need, and I don't buy a lot of that processed stuff which I was eating before, really the budget is going from $400. Sometimes I can fit it to like $150 or $200. So it really depends what kind of foods you're gonna be eating. You know, if you hear somebody saying that the carnivore is expensive, well, if you're gonna be eating a ribeye for breakfast, tomahawk for lunch, and maybe some codfish for dinner 6-7 days a week, yes, it can get expensive. But if you're gonna a little bit simplify, have some eggs, cheese, bacon for breakfast, some cheap ground beef for lunch, some cheese for snack, and maybe some piece of salmon or again ground beef for dinner, you are really gonna be saving a lot of money just because you are not buying a lot of that processed stuff which you were buying before. So with this video, I just wanted to kind of start or restart my YouTube channel where I have been doing carnivore, and I'm gonna bring some information and videos, like I said, full day of eating, grocery haul. I'm gonna show you guys about my workouts, what do I do, and if you are really interested to learn about a carnivore, tag along, follow along, subscribe. Like I said, I have been in a fitness industry over a decade. I'm a fitness trainer, I'm a nutritionist, I have a lot of clients in person, I have also clients online, but I'm also new into a carnivore diet. So with this YouTube channel, with these videos, I'm not gonna try to educate you what you should be doing, but I'm just gonna share my experience, what I'm doing, what's working for me, and you can just maybe take some tips or suggestions from me if you would like, or don't. So this video, I'm gonna keep it short. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Thomas, and if any questions about the carnivore, feel free to drop the comment down below, and I'm gonna see you in the next video.